All right. Hello, you guys. Welcome. Good morning. So I hope you guys had a nice break. And I hope you guys had the chance to, at the very least, if you didn't get to do something cool and crazy, I hope you at least got to rest a little bit because I know right around the middle of December there, we were all just really starting to feel tired. And burnt out and stuff. So I hope you guys are ready to hit the ground running. And for my seniors, it's home stretch. So let's not let that senioritis really get the best of us. So welcome back. Welcome to American Literature, or maybe I have you for English, English 2, which is World Literature. Either way, welcome back. Welcome back. I do apologize for not being there today. Unfortunately, I did get COVID over the last week, and so this is my second time. It's booty, let me tell you, but I am vaccinated, so the symptoms aren't too bad, but I do have to get over it. So hopefully I'm back on Friday. But hopefully this just kind of goes to show that we have to plan ahead, and that even if we do get sick, like yes, we need to take some time to take care of ourselves and take some time to recuperate and get better. But at the same time, the work doesn't stop, the grind doesn't stop, you guys. The teaching, the learning, etc., it doesn't stop. And I hope that you are able to see that with me being here, even if it is in this kind of way with you guys. Um, it just we got to do what we got to do. And so if you guys get sick later on in the quarter, please let me know, and please make sure that while you are working on getting better, that you are still doing your assignments, whether it's for my class or all of your other classes, because you are still expected to get those done. Okay. We'll work with you though, right? Like if you need a couple of extra days even after you come back from your quarantine period, um, but we can't work with you if you don't let us know what you need. So open communication, always, always, always email whatever it is that you need to do. Um, and we'll definitely make it through this quarter. But anyways, welcome back, you guys. Oops. All right. So first and foremost, I'm Mrs. Uribe. Hopefully, you guys are in the right spot. So this is my married name. If you went to Citrus Hill, and you had Mr. Uribe, so I am married to Mr. Uribe. Just FYI. So, just huge appreciation if you guys are able to say my name the way it's supposed to. It's Uribe, all right, not Uribe or Uribe or something weird. Not Mrs. U because I'm not married to Mr. U's down the street. It's Mrs. Uribe, okay? Uh, Please and thank you. I really appreciate you guys trying to work on saying my name because it is my name, and we need to put some respect on all of our names, right? But anyways, I grew up in Victorville, you guys. If you've ever been to like Vegas from here, and I'm sure you've noticed how like the terrain changes when you go over the mountains into the desert. That not the first desert town, but like the next desert town is called Victorville, and that's where I grew up. There's some really nice sunsets and stuff, which is really the only thing I miss from up there. But after that, I moved out of my mom's house in right after high school. I was 18 at the time, and I went to UCR, and that's kind of how I ended up in this place. Oh, let me catch my breath. That's kind of how I ended up in this location. I graduated with my Bachelor of Arts in 2014, a long time ago. Some of you guys were like in grade school, maybe. I got my Bachelor of Arts in English, so I'm a big English nerd, if you will. I love my analysis and stuff like that. And then I took a year off and I went and I lived and moved to Rhode Island. So I went from like the second biggest state in the country to the second smallest state in the country, which is a whole culture shock. And I just kind of did it because I wanted to kind of challenge myself, and it was really scary and it was a big different thing for me to do. But through challenges is where we learn a lot about the world and a lot about ourselves. So if you're not really sure like what is next for you, do something that scares you. Okay? That is my suggestion to y'all, because that's what I did and that's really how I found my purpose. So being out there actually is what helped me realize that I wanted to be a teacher, and so I came back to California after that year, and I went back to UCR and I graduated in 2017 with my Master of Arts, and my teaching credential in English. So My parents are both from Michoacan. They're both from the same small town out there. So that makes me Mexican American. And I know some of you guys' parents might be from the same place. So we'll talk about that when I get back. And the other thing you guys should know about me is that I'm a huge, huge nerd when it comes to like comics and Star Wars and stuff. I grew up on the animated Batman series, FYI. And so I was super into that. But ever since DC movies started coming out, they haven't really been that good, in my opinion. So far, I'm a bigger Marvel fan than I am DC. But not so much into the comics because I'm a little bit of a poser nerd, but I am a nerd. So I just haven't had the time, unfortunately. But if any of you guys have a suggestion on where I should start with the comics, please let me know. So, a little bit more about me. This is me right here in the white, and then right here in the hat, and right here in the other white. So the top left picture, that's my immediate family. Those are my parents in the middle. My little brother right down here in the bottom left. My brother up here on the top of the picture, and my sister and her husband, and my nephew, who is my brother Manny's kid. So, and my husband, Mr. Uribe, and this is us on our wedding day, and this is his family, who's my family. Fun fact, actually, this year will be 10 years since we started dating. So, at this point, I've known his family for 10 years, and so it really is, this is my whole family. And so this is also Mr. Uribe and I. We love to do outdoorsy kind of things. This is us over the summer. And one of the highlights that I did right before I, came back to school is that I've always wanted to climb to the top of what's called Angel's Landing in Zion National Park. It's really hard. And we went during like 102-degree temperature. So it was really hot, but it was really awesome. So I highly recommend. And then these are my three little babies. These are my three cats. So Luna is the white and black. Atticus is the orange Garfield looking guy, and then this weirdo in gray is Lucy, Lucifer, but we call him Lucy for short. So I love national parks, you guys. I have been to quite a few. I'm a little bit of a national park junkie, and this is only some of them, But I'm making my way. If I had an alternative like career, I could actually make money out of this. I would travel all the time, travel the entire states, and go visit the national parks. But they will blow your mind. My favorite one so far has been Yosemite National Park, and I actually go back every single summer. I try to go back, except for that one year during the pandemic when I got sick with COVID the first time, and I had to cancel my trip. Excuse me, give me a second. But yeah, so highly recommend if you've never been to Death Valley. These top two pictures up here in the top right hand corner. This is Death Valley. It's on the way to Vegas. So if you ever have a couple of extra hours and you don't want to spend time in that crazy Vegas traffic, take the scenic route, and check out Death Valley. This one down here in the top bottom left actually is the Cesar Chavez National Monument, and this is the grave site of Cesar Chavez and his wife. I actually got to work with the family at one point. That's kind of where my love for national parks came from. But awesome stuff. Feel free to ask me whenever you want. So excuse me, a couple of things. I recently got into audiobooks, you guys. If you didn't know this, and I just found this out a few months ago, because I've been running, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But if you have a Riverside County Library card, you can sign up on their apps online. There's like Libby is an app, and there's also Cloud Library is another app, and I think there's a few more, but those are the two that I use. And you can like low key and high key listen to audiobooks for free on there. It's pretty great. So excuse me. I've been listening to a whole bunch of those. Um, so audiobooks and lo-fi music and jazz music is kind of my jam at the moment. That's like my favorite kind of music, as well as Bad Bunny. I'm a huge Bad Bunny fan. Um, excuse me. Give me a second. All right. I had to fix myself for a second there, but really quickly. So, something that I'm currently reading is called The Inheritance of Orquídea Divina by Zoraida Cordova. And this was actually gifted to me by my sister for my birthday last month. And I'm almost done with it. Maybe I'll be done by the time I come back to meet you guys. Um, and then something that I'm currently watching, I'm rewatching the Friends show for like the fifth time in my life. It's just my thing. I don't know what to tell you guys. So I've been trying to get into some anime recently, so if you have any to recommend, please let me know. And then last year, actually in November, I surprised myself by being able to finish. I didn't do really well at it, but I finished a half marathon on November 6th, and I started training for it in the middle of the summer. And so that was like my big goal, right? We all have goals. That was mine for last year, is to run a half marathon before I turn 30. And so I discovered that it's kind of cool, like to be able to accomplish something that is really hard like that, that challenges you, right? So that's kind of my big thing going forward as I get older, as I get old in general, right? Is that I just want to keep challenging myself. So I'm still training for another half marathon, and this one's coming up on February 6th. So ask me about my progress and stuff, and recommend. That's why I started reading audiobooks, and I started reading and listening to like podcasts, and I'm listening to like financial podcasts about investing and stuff. So whatever you guys have to recommend, let me know. In the next page, I'm going to ask you to let me know, right, those recommendations on what are you reading, what are you currently jamming to, and what are you watching, just to kind of start to get to know you guys and also get some suggestions from all of you who know cooler things than me. So go ahead and go through the rest of this presentation. Please read it, okay? And answer as much as you can, because you're going to find out what my expectations are for you for this quarter. And so I'm hopefully going to be expecting you guys to know all of this stuff. We're going to take a quiz when I come back on Friday on all of this. And so please go through and complete not just this presentation or this Nearpod, but also complete um, the rest of your guys' assignments on the HyperDoc, this guy right here. Okay, just make sure you're going through, and anything that is blue is a link. Click on it. Okay, click on it, complete it, read all the instructions. You guys have all week to get this done. Okay, you guys have a few Kahoots here that I'm assigning you guys to do. Whoa, why is this? Okay, so anyways, I'll meet you guys soon. Please email me if you have any questions. I left my email here. It's also on my syllabus. And then if you don't have access to Aries, email me also so I can help you out with that before I get back. But looking forward to meeting you guys. Please work on your stuff. Remember, we don't get a break. We do get to kind of take it a little slowly if you're going through some stuff like I am, but you're still accountable for you and you're still accountable for your success. So I'll see you guys soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.